Can I just say that was one of the most, if not the most, exciting NFL Super Bowl game I've ever seen. We've been spoiled in the last couple of years, but oh my God, last night was amazing. You had the Atlanta Falcons versus the Tom Brady, Make America Great Again Patriots. The Patriots won. Congratulations to the Patriots and all the Patriot fans out there. And Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. He is a fucking boss, man. He's unbelievable. Okay, so we're going to go through all the action that happened last night during the game and all the extra stuff that people were talking about. But let's start with something that everybody loves. Everybody loves when the commissioner of the league gets the booed like a motherfucker. That is the greatest thing in sports. He brings out the trophy and people just lose their fucking minds. It's amazing. Okay, and last night you had Roger Goodell, who's not very well liked on best days. The Patriots win, and Patriots fans... Well, first of all, you have to know there's horrible blood between Goodell and the Patriots because, of course, Roger Goodell suspended Tom Brady for 4 games because of Deflate Gate when he took his balls out and took air out of his balls on the field. I think I have that story right. Basically, what happened was Tom Brady whipped out his balls and deflated them with his own mouth during a game. I think that's what happened. I can't quite remember. But anyways, they hate each other. Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, hates good. They just fucking, everybody, they just hate them. So, you know Goodell was hoping that the Falcons were going to win, right? You know he's like, oh my God, I do not want to have to shake Tom Brady's hand. Oh, I fucking hate that guy. So what happens? Tom Brady wins, and we're going to get into the comeback and the whole dramatic thing. We're also going to talk about Lady GaGa and people out there who are body shaming her. Listen to me. If you went on Twitter and body shamed Lady GaGa, you fat fuck, you've got onion dip on your shirt. Take care of your own shit first. Okay, so let's get into the booing. This is one of the all-time great boos I've ever seen in a ceremony to reward. And by the way, if you're just joining us, I'm Daryn.Jones. You're watching Daryn.Jones Live. We do this show 4 nights a week right here on the old YouTube box, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, suck yourself off, do whatever you want to do. This is Monday night. We do whatever we want. Okay, this is one of the greatest boos. So again, to set the table, Roger Goodell is giving the trophy to Robert Kraft, the owner. They hate each other. They hate each other. This is like Kardashian versus, I don't know, who do they hate now? Lamar Odom? Paris Hilton, maybe? I don't know. They don't like each other. And in the background, you can see, and it'll get closer, you're going to see Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, the coach of the Patriots, laughing their fucking asses off when Roger Goodell is getting the boos. So all the fans who are in the stadium cheering for the Patriots, they're here, they get to boo them. We're going to do a little game after to see if this is the all-time greatest boo down of all time. Here we go. Enjoy this. Like, he can't even fucking talk. So there's Tom Brady and the coach. They're about to really enjoy this. They've got the music playing. You're in the enormous Houston, I don't know what they call the stadium. It's echoey and still. And I will say this, kudos to the commissioners for getting out there in front because they know they're going to be booed. Okay, here we go. Listen to that.
That's what NFL football's all about.
Booing me.
Robert, you know.
Can you hear, like, guys, they've just won the Super Bowl and still people want to boo the fuck out of this guy. Listen to this.
Game tonight.
It's like me after one of my stand-up shows.
That's what NFL football's all about.
Listen to that.
You know how hard these are to get. And
Listen.
Under your leadership, Bill Belichick and Tom Brady.
This has to be one of the all-time great.
Unbelievable.
Like, seriously, the fans... First of all, it sounds like an industrial vacuum, doesn't it? It sounds like the guy's doing the AstroTurf. Like vacuuming out of Best Western after you check out. No, that's people. Boo! We're happy our team won, but fuck yeah!
All about.
It's amazing.
Robert, you know how hard
Listen to that. And keep in mind, Robert Kraft, the old guy there, the billionaire, he's the owner of the team. He is listening to this going, yeah, suspend my player. Yeah, look, listen, that's for you. Terry Bradshaw only hears ringing in his ears from getting hit around the field so much. Oh, look at Tom and Bill Belichick in the background, by the way. I'm just noticing that. Right there, look. Ugh, God, I'm glad that's not us. Look at their faces while this is happening.
And this is your 5th under your leadership.
They're like, oh, God, they hate him. All right, so here we go. Roger Goodell getting booed. Let's start it again from the beginning because I just love this kind of stuff. I love it because the NFL loves to script every inch of their product. And so this is like literally the only thing they can't control is how badly the boss is going to get booed.
What a wonderful football game.
It's like a wrestling match.
That's what NFL football is all about.
Listen.
Robert, you know how hard these are to get.
Like Tom Brady.
And this is your 5th under your leadership, Coach Belichick.
Do you think he goes home and is like, oh, wow, people fucking hate me. Oh, God, I'm detested. Wow. I know people hate me, but it didn't dawn on me until 75,000 people were literally going out of their way to boo me. And you can see people in the background, they'll cut to them every now and again, and they're giving them the finger.
And Tom Brady. What
Listen.
an unbelievable achievement for your organization. Congratulations to your organization, to your fans, to your community. We're so proud of you. Take your Super Bowl trophy home to New England.
Look at the handshake. And listen to that. It went from boos, so it wasn't just like noise. It went from boos to like, yay, we hate that guy, but we love you. Listen to how it turns. It's unbelievable.
Take your Super Bowl trophy home to New England.
Right now.
Mr. Kraft.
Now, okay, so now you have to know a little bit of background. Robert Kraft, he's going to totally slam Goodell. He's going to go like, you know, we won 2 years ago. That was great. But some shit happened, Deflate Gate, and this one's even more. He basically said, no, get the fuck off the stage, Goodell. We hate you.
What do you got to say to all your fans out there that...
There goes Goodell. Look at Goodell. Well, I guess I did. I guess I'll go. Does anyone want me to stay? Is there an after party? Look at him up there. Is there an after? Should I stick around for the after party? Is there? There's not a. Okay. Is there? Do I need a wrist? There's no wristband. Okay, I guess I'll go. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for this. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go now.
First 4 weeks of the season, your quarterback's not starting, and to find yourself in the greatest Super Bowl ever played, and you're the victor.
Okay, here he goes.
2 years ago, we won our 4th Super Bowl down in Arizona.
Listen to this.
And I told our fans that was the sweetest one of all.
Except.
A lot has transpired during the last 2 years.
I won't name it. A fuckface behind me who's leaving knows all about it. Thanks for the suspension. We still won. We hate you.
And I don't think that needs any explanation. But I want to say to our fans, our brilliant coaching staff.
Okay, so you get the idea. So that's an unbelievable thing. But then I'm wondering to myself, okay, who gets booed worse? Which commissioner? Like, I like to watch a lot of hockey. Like, we're live from LA, but I'm a Canadian, so I watch a lot of hockey. Gary Bettman is the commissioner of the NHL. This guy, previously to this, had set the standard for boos, for getting booed, handing out the Stanley Cup. So what I want to do now is let's play a game called Who Gets Booed Worse? Gary Bettman, the commissioner of the NHL, or Robert Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL. But before we do that, I want to check in with my gang here. What is up? My name is Daryn.Jones. You're watching Daryn.Jones Live. Let's see who's in the chat before we get into game number 1. Carly is here. Daniel's here. Tracy Litt is here. Good to see you all. Welcome to the chat and hop in. And if you're joining us watching this on repeat, let's play this game and you let me know. Who do you think gets booed worse? Okay, so we've got Goodell versus Gary Bettman. All right, so let's go big on this. Hang on one sec. Here we go. So we heard, so let's a little bit of Goodell. Do we want to start with Goodell? I guess so. Let's just remind ourselves.
That's what NFL football is all about.
That's not good.
Robert, you know how hard these are to get.
Oh my God.
And this is your 5th under your leadership, Coach Belichick and Tom Brady.
Okay, so that's him. Now, this is last year when the Pittsburgh Penguins beat the San Jose Sharks.
There's always a tradition for second, and I think it goes to Pascal Dupuis, second.
All right, so there's the cup. By the way, the Stanley Cup is the greatest ceremony because the cup goes directly to the players first. The owner doesn't touch it. The players touch it. They earned it. Whereas in the NFL, it's, oh, way to go, rich guy who owns all these people. Here you go. Pass it to them if you want, but you earned it. No, the NHL's much better in their ceremony. Here we go.
Over his head.
Okay. There's Gary. Let's listen to this. And then we're going to play a game. Which is worse?
Over 120 years old.
Oh, here it
it's
comes.
The hardest trophy in all of sports to win. Congratulations to Mario Lemieux, Ron Burkle, Jimmy Rutherford, Dave.
You know that I don't know Gary at all. That's got to be hard to hear. That has got to be tough. The final moment of the season, and people are just booing you.
Morehouse and Mike Sullivan. The team played incredibly since you took over.
And he's practically hiding behind the cup. He's like, ugh. Okay, so this is the Bettman boo. Then we'll go back to Goodell, and then we'll have a vote.
It's the captain's honor to hoist the Stanley Cup. Sidney Crosby, come on back.
So they cheer for Sidney, but they're still mad at Goodell. I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. So one more time.
And that's been the
Where are we at? Sorry, guys.
seemed.
No. 2 Olympic golds.
Here we go.
To the most valuable player of the 2016 Stanley Cup playoffs.
Look at him. So funny. So good. Okay, one more time. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. This is his boo, and then we'll go to Goodell.
Mike Sullivan, the team played incredibly since you took over. It's the captain's honor.
Okay, so that's him. Back to Goodell. Who's getting booed worse?
What an unbelievable achievement for your organization. Congratulations to your organization, to your fans, to your community.
Now, I will say, this is impressive. One, because the Patriots fans actually do legitimately hate this guy. And this is tricky, too, because he's inside an arena, so you've got the acoustics bouncing it around. So what do you think? Put in the comments right now or in the chat. Let me know what you think.
To hoist the Stanley Cup, Sidney Crosby, come on back.
One more.
Morehouse and Mike Sullivan, the team played incredibly since you took over. It's the captain's honor to hoist the Stanley Cup. Sidney Crosby, come on back.
All right, so that's Gary Bettman, and one more time, and then we're going to go into the chat. And I want to know, who do you think gets booed worse?
We're so proud of you. Take your Super Bowl trophy home to New England.
Wow. Okay, so here's my analysis. I think that before yesterday, I would say Gary Bettman is the most booed commissioner in sports, even though people loathe Roger Goodell. However, having listened to what we just heard last night during the Super Bowl, I have to say this is now the worst ever example of a crowd booing a commissioner. Roger Goodell, you just took down Gary Bettman, who is beloved by 0 people. Literally nobody. Nobody loves Gary Bettman. You just took him down with this boo because everything he did for the Patriots. That's what I think of this. I want to hear what you have to say. And if you're just joining us, I'm Daryn.Jones. You're watching Daryn.Jones Live. Hi, we got a great show for you. We're going to talk everything that happened in the Super Bowl, including the ridiculous comeback by Tom Brady and the gang. But I do want to know what you have to think. Katrina says, nobody would boo you if you weren't such a jackass. He's such a little weasel face. I'm hoping you're talking about Bettman and not me. Savage, says Carly Woods. Oh, Goodell is a cuck. Great. I'm really glad that you contributed to the conversation there. I really appreciate that. Large cringe. Yeah, no doubt. I boo Bettman quite loud. Bettman doesn't get it that bad. I agree. Let me know in the chat what you think, and let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think that Roger Goodell got it worse than Gary Bettman does? That's what I think. Carl's here, Katrina's here, Tracy Lynn is here. Okay, what else do we have for you today? We got some great stuff. Right. Okay, so can we talk about that comeback real fast? So this, all of a sudden, people were comparing last night's game to the U.S. election, which is I didn't want to think about it. Hilarious and crazy. Okay, so Atlanta was up, what, 28-3, something stupid like that. 21-0, 28-3, whatever it was. They had a 97% chance to win at that point. Who else had a 97% chance to win at a very close end of something? Who was that? I can't remember. When did that happen? When did that happen? I just don't remember. Oh, right. When Trump beat Clinton. This is kind of what we saw. And so everybody was talking about that last night, how this was exactly like Trump versus Clinton. Also because Tom Brady has the Make America Great Again hat in his locker. You can see it up right there, top corner. Also because Trump loves Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. He loves Coach Belichick. He loves the whole gang. So it was actually perfect, the fact that it was Atlanta versus New England. Basically Clinton way ahead versus Trump. Oh, look, he just crushed them. Unbelievable. That said, I don't want to bring politics in this because I have to say Tom Brady he's the greatest football player of all time. That comeback last night was absolutely unbelievable. It was amazing. And Donald Trump tweeted out, the funny thing about Trump, though, he had a party at his house, or his Mar-a-Lago, the resort he's got. He left early. He left when they were down 28-3. He left, which is like the Trumpiest thing of all time. You know, like, I'm not going to watch some losers. So he leaves, and then they end up winning, which is just amazing. So here's his party.
Who are you rooting for, Mr. President? Who do you want to win?
It's kind of, I don't want to judge or critique, but like it's the cheapest football decorations on the table. It's like if you went to Party City and spend as little as possible. So he reportedly left the game. Left before the game ended, which is amazing. It reminds me of like a dining hall in like a resort in Mexico where it's loud, food's been picked over. There it is. Which is just the funniest thing. What a fun party. So there you go. So basically people were saying it was Trump's Patriots versus Clinton's Atlanta Falcons, and we know what happened there. Here's another shot of the handshake. Everyone was talking about the handshake, and I don't want to bring too much into this. I can't get into the head of Tom Brady or what's his nut, Goodell. But boy, this photo's pretty great. I mean, Tom Brady looks like he's twice his size. Goodell looks like he's shaking, like angrily shaking his hand. Like that is not the face of a happy man, wouldn't you say? He's like, yeah, you won. I suspended you and you still won. Go fuck yourself. But here's the video. I'll show you the video of the handshake. You tell me, big deal or not a big deal? You tell me. Here we go. I say people are reading more into it than we probably should.
Roger Goodell congratulating Tom
You just
Brady
give him a hat.
record-setting night.
Congratulations.
For the official presentation of
Nice
the
job.
Trophy,
Go fuck yourself.
public address
I
announcer
hate
Alan
you.
Roach.
You're the worst. I don't know. I think people are building too much about that. Now, let's talk about Lady Gaga. By the way, if you're just joining us, I'm Daryn.Jones. Let me say hi. I'm Daryn.Jones. You're watching Daryn.Jones Live. We do this show 4 nights a week, absolutely live, Monday through Friday. No, through Thursday. We build a show on Facebook, facebook.com/Daryn.Jones. That's where we post stories. You guys give me your opinions, your impressions. Then we come on here and we jam about it. That's how the show is built. It's a complete back and forth. You are building. Basically, if you're talking about it, we're talking about it. Hit this video with a like and subscribe to my channel. Won't you do that right now? There's my Snapchat. There's my Twitter. I do a lot of nudes on my Snapchat. Very tasteful stuff. Very, very beautiful, tasteful stuff. Okay. Oh, and I'll just drop in and see who's hanging out. Carly is still here. Lori, what's up? Gab S is back. What up? Good to see you. Welcome to everybody who's in the chat. There's a gang load of you, and welcome. I love you all very much. Okay, so Lady Gaga, I want to say, is the bomb. She's amazing. She got out there. I'm just going to put this on loop while we do this. This is my favorite part of the whole show. This thing right here. This is the greatest thing ever. I just love it. So Okay, so Lady Gaga Comes out, she sings, she's dancing, she's crushing it, she's doing it. I have to say, I'm a big fan of Lady Gaga. Here, I'll try to stop right there. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Lady Gaga. I think her songs are great. She's fun. She empowers a lot of people that didn't have a voice. And so to all those people who say that Lady Gaga wasted her opportunity, didn't have a political message, I say fuck you, sincerely. And I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I do mean that sincerely. Fuck you. Because every one of her songs is an anthem for people who didn't have a voice, who are the weirdos, who are the losers, who were passed over. Those are her fans. That's her audience. She empowers so many people. Every single one of her songs is a statement, in my opinion. So that's what I think about the Lady Gaga thing. The second thing people were going on about, they were actually criticizing her body. If you went on Twitter or Facebook and had a critique about Lady Gaga and her body, saying she needed to lose some weight, you are a horrible, horrible asshole piece of shit. Sincere, and I mean that sincerely. If you wrote anything negative about her appearance, you're an awful, awful person. And by the way, you have some onion dip on your shirt. You got some Dorito crumbs. Speaking of fat fucks, you got some pulled pork sandwich. Do your Twitter while she's out there busting her ass doing the show. She sang, it was not lip synced. She jumped off a goddamn roof. I mean, this right here, this is a performer. I'm a fan. I'm a 100% fan. But let's get into the criticisms of poor old Lady Gaga. So here she is doing her thing. Like, first of all, her voice is great. I know she's not for everybody. You don't have to like her. I don't care. But you can't say that she isn't incredibly talented and she does amazing things. And again, the political message in her music was enough of a political message. And not everything has to be politicized these days. That's the other thing. Can we not just have a thing where people aren't like standing up and saying F Trump or this or I love this or whatever? Like last night, does it have to be Lady Gaga versus Tom Brady as far as Trump versus the rest of America? Like, come on. She went out there, she killed it in football pads. She's doing it. And then I wake up this morning and I hear people say, you know, we're talking about like, ooh, Lady Gaga, maybe lose some weight. And so I watched the video again. I'm like, first of all, who gives a shit what you look like? Second of all, are you crazy? Are you going to tell me that Lady Gaga is in poor shape? Are you nuts? She ran around with the 80s shoulder pads on. She gets the leg up. If I did that, I would pull a groin. Then she's got the football thing on. She's running upstairs, and then she had to catch the football. Look at this right here. I would have nightmares about dropping this football. Watch this right here. This is my nightmare. She catches the ball. I mean, come on, guys. That's unbelievable. She killed it. So then I'm trying to find some photos, and I think I found what people were, like, seriously, guys, this is what people are saying. This shot of an incredibly fit woman, an incredibly talented performer, somebody who owns the stage, can dance, can sing, can play instruments, can jump off a roof, can catch a football, can dance with like 900 people, who gives Bjork look. Look beside her, that's Bjork. She's giving Bjork work. And you're telling me, is this what people are talking about? Are you guys crazy? And I just want to sincerely say that if you criticized or critiqued Lady Gaga, you are part of the problem, and you're an awful, awful person. First of all, she looks great. Second of all, who gives a fiddlers? Are you crazy? Am I crazy? Let me know what you think in the chat or in the comments below. Katy Perry's my wife. I don't know what NSYNC is. How could you not know what NSYNC is? What are you, crazy? The Dancing Sharks. Carl wants the Dancing Sharks back, apparently. Telling Lady Gaga to lose weight, she's in great shape. Absolutely. And this is the problem. And then I went through all these photos. I spent literally all day looking at photos of Lady Gaga. And this is the problem with social media and with Twitter and with Facebook. If you have a half-baked idea, you can just spout off and shoot it off into the internet. But Lady Gaga looking a little soft. Send. Pulled pork, drink. That's the problem with the internet. There's no filter. So what I propose is a new filter that we have all on our phones, where it asks you if you're sure you want to post 17 times. Like, Lady Gaga's a fat fuck. Send. Are you sure you want to post it? Yes, post. Are you sure? Yes, post. Are you hey, dum read it again. Lady Gaga, oh, maybe I shouldn't post that. That's a new thing. I'm going to make this app. I don't know anything about computers, but I'm going to make this app where you can filter through and you got to ask yourself 5 times if is this really a good idea? That's what it's called. Is this really.com. That's what it is. So there she is, Lady Gaga. I thought she did a great job. And again, there's another. I guarantee you this is another one people are talking about, which is absolutely insane. Guys, there's no hope for any of us if you think that this is overweight. If you're body shaming Lady Gaga, there's no hope for you and there's no hope for anybody else. It's over. If you feel like your life is so shitty and you feel so bad about yourself that you have to make fun of, you have got to criticize Lady Gaga, an incredible performer, for looking like this, go see a psychiatrist because you are mentally fucked in the head. Sincerely. That's insane. That drives me absolutely crazy. And again, she does this. Like, that's great. Amazing. If you're just joining us, I'm Daryn.Jones. You're watching Daryn.Jones Live. Here's how we build the show. Well, first of all, we do it 4 nights a week, absolutely live, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, right here on YouTube. Subscribe right now if you like this thing of Lady Gaga and like this video right now. And Facebook.com/Daryn.Jones. That's where we build the show. That's where we post stories, pictures, videos, opinions, blah, 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 blah. And that's how the show gets built. Basically, if you're talking about it, we're talking about it. That's how the show works. And then I'm on Snapchat for tasteful nudes, and there's my Twitter right there. So to summarize, I gotta stop that. It's driving me crazy. To summarize the game last night, that has to be one of the greatest, the absolute greatest games of all time. It was sloppy. It was messy. The Atlanta Falcons were up so much, and then they totally screwed up. They didn't run the clock. I don't want to get into the nuts and bolts of the game the way I saw it, but basically they didn't run the clock down properly. They got pushed out of field goal position, so they couldn't make it a 2-score game. And then you give the game to Tom Brady, and then he wins the game. It was unbelievable. And you had Gisele Bündchen doing selfies, and then you had people screaming at Roger Goodell. It was absolutely amazing. One more time. This is the greatest booing of all time as far as commissioners go. And then cheers! Absolutely amazing. Let's get into the chat one more time before we sign off for the night. I want to sincerely thank all of you for the support and coming back and watching this show 4 nights a week. It's totally awesome. And if you see the video, what I'm starting to do now are these shortcuts where I take tonight's show and I'll cut it into 3 little shorter episodes. So it'll be about Lady Gaga, one will be about who got booed worse. So pass those around if you want to share it with your friends and say, here's what I do every night. But really, the big show is the live one that we all watch. Shane O'Neill is here. Lady Gaga looks incredible. Honestly, people who objectify performers have nothing better to do with their time. Talent, effort, and character trumps all. That's exactly right. That's her abs popping out. She's tanked. She looked great. She does look good, though. Mr. Beefy just said L. Word up, Mr. Beefy. That's a really good point. Thank you very much. The girl at Sephora, this is Carl. The girl at Sephora today told me I look tan and skinny. I've never felt so good. Carl, feel good about yourself, buddy. Leanne, we can't. You guys are just talking. See, here's what happens in the chat. You guys just go off on a tangent. If people want to make fun of Gaga's tummy, then they don't want to see mine, says Katrina, who was bartending and said that the game was a lot of fun. She's tight like a tiger, says Brian. It's the cut of her underwear pants shorts, says Tracy Lynn. That's interesting. Let's have another look. I think you're absolutely right. And even still, who gives a fuck? But you're right. It's the shorts are very tight, and that's what's it's a tight situation. But again, if you're criticizing another human being and you think this is no good, you are an awful, awful piece of shit. And I mean that sincerely. You should go into therapy because you are a broken human being. Okay. She's tight. She did great. That was one of the best ones. Bruno Mars is still top of my list, but she's great. Okay, guys. So We're back tomorrow night, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. I'm Daryn.Jones. This is Daryn.Jones Live. If you've got a story, post it on my Facebook. Thanks for watching. Congratulations to the Patriots. Well done. Keep an eye out for the Daryn.Jones Live shortcuts that I'll be posting in the next hour or two and pass them around the internet. Have a great night, everybody. Congratulations, Tom Brady. I'm so glad something finally good happened to you.